Good evening, back again, people. Once again, tonight's going to be the fans forum, and it's John here, John Sinclair TV, back again, and I've got Sam, Gordon, and Jason. Big up to you guys. How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, yourself?
Yeah, not too bad.
You good? Champion stuff. Yeah. So we're going to talk about big up to everyone in the chat, by the way, and big up to all of you. Please smash the likes as well, and hit the subscribe button. And also, if you like to super chat or donate, then just click on the join on the $sign. If you like to become a member, hit that join button as well. So yeah, we're going to talk about week Sunday's game against Burnley. And Chippers, give us your breakdown, mate, on Sunday's game.
Well, I thought for 70 minutes we controlled the game, didn't we? And we just took the foot off the gas the last 20 minutes, which is, I think that's how we'll probably be more annoyed at that. Got the job done. I think you could see that we were a bit tired from the Arsenal game, though. I think that's the evidence that we need a bigger squad because we're not going to be able to perform like that week in, week out. So I think all in all, we've got 3 points, happy days, and end the season on a high. And we're going to look forward to this roller coaster, like I said, reaction show on Sunday night. So it's going to be now's the time where we can sit back and get the popcorn each.
Yeah. Absolutely. Big up to you, Gordon, and give us a breakdown on Sunday's game again, mate, against Burnley.
Well, I agree with you. We controlled the game for 70 minutes, but we just let them back at it the last 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Jason, big up to you, Jay. Give us a breakdown, mate, on Sunday's game against Burnley. But I know you want to talk about Chris Wood as well. Go for it.
Talk about him. You really want me to talk about him? Really want me to talk about him? Honestly, I don't think we were at our best against Burnley. It was a bit scrappy, really, in my opinion. I think we could have done a lot better, but we won, so I'm happy with that. We ended on a high.
Fair enough. Big up to you, Mason. Basically, give us your breakdown, mate, on Sunday's game again against Burnley.
Sunday, control of the game, and then one lapse of concentration cost basically gave Burnley the first goal by Longstaff. And that was it.
Fair enough. That's the breakdown for the Burnley game on Sunday. Got some comments coming in, by the way. Keep us comments coming in and smash the likes as well, people. Big up to John. How can there's no Tuesday, John Macy? Sure, the night's been put back to tomorrow night, mate. So that's tomorrow night because Macy's having a leave and do. With her mates, and Macy's having a leave and do. Big up to Louis, by the way. Hope you're okay, mate. I'm a big fan. That's from Big Ian. Thanks so much indeed, Ian. Appreciate that, mate. Big up to Andrew as well. You had a great day. It's been a busy day, but long day, to be fair. Davey, big up to you, mate. Thanks for your donation yesterday, kind donation yesterday. I appreciate that again. And big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to UK Jack, evening to you, mate. 21 watching. That's very good, John. And Shirley starts 60 seconds ago. Let's get 30. I'm on 24 at this moment in time. Big up to Rachel, by the way. Now, Rachel's going to come on the show on Friday. Spoke to her, and she's going to come on do the season review on Friday. So, season review on Friday. That includes how the season went, player ratings as well, and it should be fantastic. So please keep Rachel sweet on Friday if you're going to come on the show. Big up to Danielle, by the way. Hope you're all right. Absolutely great. Hope things fine with you. Everyone as well. Big up to Rats. Want to be so look, no thanks very much indeed. Sorry, not interested. I don't even wrote that, but I'm not interested. Big up to you, Daniel, again. You also, Scott Ellis. Big up to you, Scott. Do hit the subscribe button, mate. If you have not subscribed, you'd get you on my shows. I'll tell you what, I love to call me show, Jason, at times, sometime, yeah. Big up to Scott again from Petrol 43. Big up to you, Scott, mate. And I deliver his tyres, by the way. Great guy. Honestly, I do deliver his tyres, by the way. He is a brilliant guy. So, yeah, I mean, we'll talk about the season, right? I mean, end of the season. And I'll start with you, Sam. I mean, how do you think the season went, right? And were you happy at the end of the season, the way it went?
Well, the first part of the season we didn't even turn up, did we? The the fact that we won 12 over 19 games after January says to me that when we did turn up, and yeah, you can say 90 million this and 90 million that, but at the end of the day, if we didn't spend money, we would have got relegated. You can argue teams that don't spend money don't win the leagues or win trophies, like this Liverpool, Man City. They don't spend money, they don't win trophies. So
True.
we should have every right to spend money that to stay up. So I mean, I don't see why we can't. It's not against the laws. But I think it's obviously the second half of the season a hell of a lot better than the first half, and there's only one way we're going to go now, and that's up. Simple as that. And people can say what they want, but you know what? The future is bright. The future is black and white.
Sam, I could not have said it any better, pal. You're absolutely right. Gordon, I mean, how did Eddie Howe turn our season? Comes in, right? Everyone was sure about him, whether he's going to do it or not. Come with a massive, massive club, right? Managing Bournemouth is one thing, but managing Newcastle is a different ballgame. And I tell you what, he come in and he's done what was Arsenal do, is keep us up. And this is exactly not he's kept us up. He actually kept us safe.
He's just come in with different style of football. Never had on Bruce.
Yeah, man.
Bruce was all defensive, and now Howe's attacking.
Yeah, I'm going to come on to this. What the Daily Mirror and the Mirror wrote in a bit, which I think I'm absolutely disgusted. By the way, Jason, your thoughts on the season, mate?
I think everyone's got the same opinion. The first half of the season was something you just want to forget about. The second half of the season is just what you don't want to forget about. It's just memories right there. It's just that big cloud has finally been lifted over our heads, and we now can look at brighter skies and much better performances going forward. And hopefully some silverware.
Yeah, absolutely. UK just commenting, by the way, how did Villa manage to get Kamara? I tell you what, I can ask the same question. I mean, how did they do it, man? It's just Stephen G actually sold in the project.
Stevie G, that's how it is.
Have you not heard the actual reason? Have you not heard the actual reason? Atletico Madrid went to meet when he was sitting in his home in his shorts and t-shirt and bloody no socks on, nothing, and Simeone was impressed with his attitude, thinking that he wasn't like, you know, taking everything seriously. So that's why Atletico didn't want him in the end, because they thought his attitude was all wrong, not because of how good of a player he is, because his attitude's wrong. So it looks like we may have dodged a bullet if we were waiting for him.
100%. Let's be real about it, Sam, because the fact is, like, Jigsaw going to demand standards, yeah? Raising the standards. Here's the standards, right? But this guy does take any prisoners, yeah? But let's see how he does with Stevie G. I tell you, his attitude's got to be spot on, by the way. But I agree with you. And just go through the comments as well.
Stevie G won't take any nonsense.
Not of his attitude. But no wonder. It is what it is. Where's Brad? I just include John PD and the ones who gets on PDs. Brad's on holiday and Pete is kind of busy tonight. He may come on later on, just don't know, wish to see. And big up to Rachel, by the way. Glad you're okay. Good God, Rachel. Massive man, fan. You shambles. Well, you need to fix up, man. Plenty to talk about tomorrow night, by the way. I said in December that we wouldn't go down. The team has survived relegation before and needed tweaking as we're not losing games by huge margins. Eddie did the job without Wilson for most of the season. You're absolutely right, mate. 100%. It shows how bad Bruce and Jones were, John. Camping on our box and building up even team to be City. If we didn't sack Bruce, we were totally relegated. Mason, do you agree with that?
Yeah, totally. Because he was just not good enough, and we needed a change, and that's why we needed a change as soon as possible before January, before everything was going to get more deep into trouble. When we got Eddie Howe, and he's basically steadied the ship, got the players in what he wanted, got some of the players out with the door, and basically kept up.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what it is, right? I mean, in Newcastle, the players believed in Eddie. It's the fitness, it's the regime, it's a training regime as well, which is very important. Yeah, he got them fitter, and he didn't stand any messing about, by the way. And let's be real, I think Eddie's been magnificent. And other news today as well, people, that Rio Ferdinand was in the Daily Mirror, did an interview saying that Ed's going to be moved on, right? And he reckons Unai Emery's going to come in as well. I think my opinion is, I think Rio Ferdinand, she's man his own business, keep his mouth shut, stick your nose out of our business, right? Go and concentrate on United, yeah, and leave us alone,
Who?
yeah. Eddie Howe is amazing. He's done a fantastic job, yeah. It's as simple as that.
John, who should Rio concentrate on?
Newcastle. Sometimes it's Man United, sometimes it's United, but it's just what comes out. Still, come on the Bluebirds. Scott means he's a Cardiff City fan. Bless him, in the Premier League next year. Scott, you never know, but that Cardiff should be in the Premier League. That is a big city, and it should be there. At least a Welsh team in the Premier League. First off this season was down to Bruce lack of training and fitness. No idea. How our Saviour, we absolutely agree.
The players they want to play for Bruce.
Exactly. I mean, real talk here. I never wanted Bruce here, right? I never wanted them here. I mean, I wanted them out before he even came in, people, yeah? He should never, ever take that job. I mean, he once said once upon a time, right, he said that Newcastle's not for him at all. He's got no interest in taking Newcastle while he was at Sunderland, right? Guess what he do? He lied. That guy should never manage a football club again. And he's on target to the other left back who's linked to Newcastle. And he's at Atletico Madrid. His name is Lodi. And I'm going to come on to that, by the way, Chippers. I mean, do you think we should get to Lodi or Target or get them both together?
All I'll say is, Lodi. No, I'll take either of them because they're an upgrade on what on Lewis, they're an upgrade on Dummett, they're an upgrade on playing Matt Ritchie at left back. So either one of them will do, maybe because they're better than what technically we currently have because Target isn't now up there anymore. So, but obviously, if we've got a deal in place for Target, you might as well utilise it and take it up because you know you'll get a solid game from him and you know that he'll do a job for us. So I don't see why we wouldn't take the option up.
His girlfriend.
Well, he changed it though. It got changed after last night. The words got reworded. So
No.
I don't know. It's like I said, if there's a deal in place for him, wouldn't you just rather get that done as opposed to spending out another 20 or 30 million pound for another player Atletico where we're still at the sort of rebuilding stage of we're not like pushing for trophies next season, but top 10 sort of Europa League maybe next season.
That's what we should be targeting. Europa League.
So, John, is that yours?
Not me, nah. The thing is, right, with Lodi, I mean, can he come forward? I spoke to JP the other night for Basel, sure. It's good coming forward, but his defensively, it's not the best. I can't lie. But I'm sure that his defence is going to work out by Eddie very, very soon, hopefully. But JP doesn't rate him at all, which is a shame. But we should see. I should back the guy. Big up to now.
We'll get probably Newcastle now. We'll get linked to everybody.
This is the thing, right? I mean, we've been linked to Kieran Trippier as well. Let's be real. Kieran Trippier would not come to Newcastle United.
Do you mean Kieran Tierney?
You what? We already had Kieran Trippier. And there you go for my next video.
No, Jason, choose someone else, man. Do someone else, yeah. So let us off on that one, man. Let us off on that one, by the way. So listen, let's move on swiftly. By the way, I mean, look at this one as well. Music, yeah, that's your fault, Jason. I'm blaming you for that. By the way,
Thanks.
That's nice. Any news on? Yeah, I've read that, Danielle. I've read that. Now we're going to talk about tomorrow, mate. And yes, mate, you have plenty to say about that one, by the way. And big up to Foxy, by the way. Jones isn't a manager, so it's harsh to put any blame on him. He's a coach, and that is to steady the ship for a team with zero confidence. Jones pick up some draws at least. Fair enough. And sorry, John. What did you do towards Newcastle? That's something you should ask Macy tomorrow if you still remember. Yeah, I will remember. I'm not going to forget that, by the way. Definitely not. Ferdinand is a modern and bellend and keeps his nose out of things that does concern him. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you very much indeed. And now I was chatting to Daniel. Jack Grealish is yours as well. Talking about Miggy. Yeah, I have to agree. And
I've seen that.
Yeah, I'm going to come on to you, I'm gonna come to you, Jason. Right, so I'm on Simon Jordan. The other day on Talksport for owned up about Newcastle. Situation takes Spurs, and the bigger man to admit it. If he's one of the good ones on there, Laurel Woods, McCoy, and O'Hara. What's your take on that one, Mason?
He's basically owing up in an apology for what he said previously, saying that Eddie Howe's not a good enough manager compared to, and then look what he's done now. He's basically kept up.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what it is, right? I mean, what he's done. All right, John Jordan. Yes, I mean he's a bit of a dick, by the way. I can't lie. But at the end of the day, I think if he owns up, then cool. But he's always having a go at Newcastle United. Yeah, he wants us to kind of fail chip us.
What? Sorry, I lost there. I was just having a drink. I was a bit lost. What was the question?
Question was about Giant Simon Jordan, right? He can be a bit of an idiot sometimes when it comes to Newcastle United, but I'm glad he owes up, yeah. And he's basically saying that we've done all right, you know. Do you think he's gonna keep his promise now, or is he gonna go back to the old Simon Jordan again?
He's doing like all the pundits. He's backtracking, isn't he? Because as usual, his opinion was completely wrong and a joke the first time round. And
yes,
I just think it's a case of, well, you know what, suckle on it because it's gonna get worse for you, and you're going to have to keep backtracking as the longer this goes on because we're going to prove everybody wrong again. So, they can keep chatting shit and getting banged as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
Throughout the whole transfer takeover saga to when it was finally announced, and all throughout the rest of the season, he's done nothing but slag us off. We've proved him wrong right up to the end of the season, and now he's trying to get his way out of it and get on our good side, which it ain't going to happen. Too little, too late.
Exactly. You know what it is? So I'm a forgiving person, right? I'm a very forgiving person. But when it comes to that, when it comes to being able to go to our club, right, and start taking mick out of our club, then I'm sorry. Then, as far as I'm concerned, it's done. Done. You know what I mean? But I'd love to get Simon on my show one day. I'd really love to get on my show. And as soon as I do, I'll let you guys know. Big up to Louis Van. Breaking news. It might be the day that Chelsea's taking has to be approved by the Premier League. See?
It's just happening.
Yeah, it's going to happen soon. The next 20 or 48 hours or so, they were saying.
You sound quick that way.
It's remarkable how that one hasn't took 18 months. It's took like about, how many, 2 months or something of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 months of that.
Isn't that an old Chelsea away kit you're wearing there, John?
What's that, Jay?
It's Man United's away kit next season.
Guys, one at a time. Jason's got a question.
Isn't that the old Chelsea away kit you're wearing now?
No.
Didn't they play in a bright orange kit?
No, that's just
it's Man United's next season. Man United's kit next season, isn't it?
Lourdes outstanding when Liverpool. Listen, guys. Tom's got a comment here. Lourdes outstanding when Liverpool knocked out Champions League for Atletico defensively, and going forward, he cleaned up everything, and he also scored that goal which knocked out Man U out as well.
The only thought I have with Loaded is that we've got Target. If he does actually sign, is he gonna? He left Villa because he wanted to be first team, a starter. If Lodi comes in, does that mean Target goes to the bench? Because Target's proved it. He's proved himself. He deserves it, and he's more experienced at this level.
100%, man. And I'm going to ask that question to the thing is, right? I mean, Tog's been linked to Fulham as well. Ryan, I forgot to say hello to, by the way. He's been linked to Fulham as well because he wanted to be closer to home. Apparently, one of the reports over Echo come out and say that he wants to be closer to his family at home down south. And it looks to me that deal may not be happening.
Well, I saw his girlfriend say on Instagram. I forget what it was, but something along the lines of it was a fun ride or whatever. But it's his girlfriend. It's like most relationships almost where the girlfriend will talk instead of the boyfriend instead, and then she changed up the whole comment. I mean, I'd like to have Target done pretty soon, but there's more news about him not signing rather than him signing almost. I feel like it's just a matter of time, and hopefully before it's almost a case of do it soon and then we could let him go on vacation rather than just letting this drag on for a while, but we have no clue what's going on at the club.
I have to agree there. Would you take that on board there, Gordon?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, when you get my targets done as soon as possible, so you can go on his holidays.
It'd be interesting though. I mean, if you keep Target, that'd be cool. That'd be fantastic. Because he said sound.
I can't see him going back to Villa. Not with Digne.
The one thing too about John is Atletico is I think they bought a left back is that Zimbabwe guy from Lille, so he might be like if Atletico were actually planning on selling Lodi, he could have been the replacement. Maybe they get some youth kid to be their second choice. If you look at it from there,
yeah. Absolutely, I think that'd be great then if you can get Lodi as well. But I mean, I'll go have to agree with Foxy 110%. I'll come to in a minute. If Spurs owners can just give them 150 million transfer outside of FFP, does that mean our owners can pump more money, into the club too? I have to agree then, mate. I have to agree. Lodi is technically brilliant. Great typical attacker Brazilian fullback and defensively suspect. Target is more balanced, but I guess it depends on what you prefer. I've said that. Great going forward, but defensively suspect. That is the thing. Cannot defend. One thing I'm going to say, do you think Eddie Howe's going to change his tactics? I mean, if Target does stay at the club, right? I mean, do you think Target's going the back three, Chippers? If Eddie Howe does decide to play in the back three?
Why not? He looks good in the four, so surely he would be better than a defender there, wouldn't he? I mean, for me, like I said, someone's dog's not happy.
Release the hounds.
Someone rang my doorbell.
Like I said, if a deal's in place for him, you might as well take up the option use it because you know you'll get a good game out of him and you know he's solid. So I would, I think personally I still will be surprised if it gets done. I think it's just a load of, people taking Instagram and put 2+2 making 5. So I still think it'll get done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so as well, by the way. I really do think so as well.
Just a matter of time.
Yeah, I have to agree with you as well. The thing is, right, we need competition. We need 2 solid left backs, by the way, 2 quality left backs. That'll be covered. I'll be happy with that. Jamal Lewis could be on his way, by the way. So I'll just go some more comments as well because big up to Spider.
No.
How about to you there? Big up to Spider, by the way. Hope you okay, mate. Big up to Daniel again. I think Simon Jordan has finally accepted that no matter what rubbish he has said before, has now to stop Eddie's Saudi mags. Absolutely. Totally agree. 100%. Because at the end of the day, right, like Jason said and Chipper said as well, that we're going to make noise. We're going to make some big noise when it comes to signing players. Real talk, yeah? And big up to David again. Hi, mate. You know who your best signing was this season? Eddie Howe. Do you agree with that one there? I'll go with you, Chippers.
Yeah, because he's better. Yeah, because if we didn't have him, and I'm sure I forgot Emery. I'm not so sure if we would have survived, to be honest. I think I know, yeah, he's done well in Spain and that, but it's a completely different league than what the Premier League is, and I think he was harshly done at Arsenal, but I just don't think it's. I think we made the right decision and it's justified. And I remember we were saying back in the time was, they're taking too long to appoint the manager and everything like that. But turns out it was justified to take long, wasn't it? So,
absolutely.
No, I think we're all going between Eddie Howe and Fonseca. That were the main favourites, and most of us were going for one in Fonseca. But then just to see what Eddie Howe's done, it's like, all right, sod Fonseca, we got Howe now.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'll tell you what, though, in the end, it's worth the wait. And I got one from Jules, so I big at you, Jules, mate. Jules, if you look for a mod, I don't mind. If you want to be a mod, then just let us know, mate, and then I'll have you some mod as well, mate. Thank you so much indeed. I don't know why we're worried about signing players in the same position with 5 subs coming in. That's an Asif. Having depth with quality is the way forward. Yep, absolutely. You need a strong depth. Squad depth, big time. And Kansan Kundi, Goldstein, Gabby, Darren Ambrose. Wow. And everyone saying hi to Rachel, by the way. Rachel's listening tonight, and I hope she's enjoying what we're doing. Smiles are wave, Dan and Smiles wave to the Doctors. Newcastle are bigger than a lot of them. Yep, totally agree. And don't forget that Howe was all at Madrid to learn he might have a first-hand look at it as well. We could be their feeder club soon if we count on their players, by the way. Jason.
Yeah, we could be, because we've already signed Trippier, but obviously how we worked with him before at Burnley, and if we get Lodi, we could sign a few players from them and like future transfer windows, which should be good.
Do you think Trippier would have the advantage in us signing Lodi?
That's a good question, Jason. That's a fantastic question. I'm thinking you must have been talking to Kieran about what the club is like and the fans, the atmosphere, and the project. I mean, we're actually selling him the project, yeah, Lodi. And according to reports in Brazil, that Lodi is excited about the project. By the way, he wants to come to Newcastle, yeah. But we've got to wait and see. We're not going to jump in both feet first. Just wait and see what happens, and take things from there. So if Lodi comes, I think that'll be a cracking signing, by the way. We are a very serious club. And here we go. Fun Spider, Norges, only winning 9, that's the 2, not Man United. And you as unimpressive. Yep, fine. What do you think of link to Lodi? Scott, we're chatting about him now, mate. I mean, this guy is quick, very quick. Going forward is fantastic. Suspect at the back, yeah, but I think this guy's going to be brilliant. He's a Brazilian international, by the way, and he's the first choice left back for a reason. And have you seen that Rio Ferdinand saying that we should sack Eddie Howe and go for Emery? I heard that, mate. That ain't going to happen anytime soon. Ryan, what's your take on that one, mate? Rio Ferdinand sticking his nose in again, right, and telling that Eddie Howe should be sacked and take on Unai Emery.
Not for me. Like, you got to give Eddie Howe a chance and see how far he can take this squad. I think it's just another general diluted opinion from the media, and it's something I just like brush under the carpet and just ignore it. Because at the end of the day, it's just his opinion. Like, yeah, he's an ex-footballer. What's he gonna do? He gets paid just for opinions nowadays. Like, not like he'll influence the club's decision.
Listen, as a player though, Ryan, that guy is brilliant when he was a player, yeah. As a media, right, the guy is an absolute prick, real talk, yeah. Let's be real, because at the end of the day, right, he cannot stand Newcastle United. He's rattled, just like everybody else, yeah. And you know what it is, right? I mean, I hope we win something. I hope we fight for a title next season or two, yeah. Let's hope we do. And these media and all these puppet journalists, right, out there, right, you don't want Newcastle to do well. Just gonna sit up, take notice, right, and take it a wee bit seriously, man.
It's not even just that. Like, remember when fucking like they defend Man United to the highest hills? Like, you're a fucking pundit. Like, say it how it is, man. Like, they're all friends with each other in the media or in like on these punditry, and like they're all friends with like people like Solskjaer when he was in charge at Man United. You hear them defend him. And like, you wonder why I never watch that kind of stuff, because like they never the whole point of punditry is not to be biased at all, but they still continue to do it, which is why I rather listen to fan channels, no matter how big or small it is.
Well said. The thing is, right, Mason, right? I mean, this is the same Rio Ferdinand saying that Steve Bruce has done a wonderful job, right? And yet he's saying now in newspapers saying that Eddie Howe will be sacked. He should be sacked. Unai Emery. What plan is this guy on, man?
Well, if Rio loves Steve Bruce so much, then why don't Man United just sack Ten Hag now and sign Steve Bruce?
Exactly.
All I can just say is Rio Ferdinand is an absolute bellend for coming out saying that.
Monumental bellend, by the way. Monumental bellend. That guy is an absolute whopper. He really is. I want to get him on my channel as well soon. They look all these ex-footballers, right?
No, won't come on channels.
They won't come on. They will not come on.
Because they're scared, man. They're scared.
Exactly. Yeah, but don't forget, right? I'll treat him gently, mind. Yeah, it's down to the fans in the chat what they want to say. And Eddie Howe's potential to be the first man to win the Premier League title. He is levels above where we even are. I mean, it'd be amazing. It'd be amazing, Jason, if we won the title under Eddie Howe. But the way Man City and Liverpool are doing it in a minute, again, it's going to be those two again.
Yeah, at the minute. But Our time will come, and if Howe's the one to do it, then so be it. Eventually, I wouldn't say next season, that's too soon, but say within the next 2 seasons, we're going to start challenging because we're going to have an entire new starting 11, basically. All this old players we have now, championship players, are going to be gone by 2 seasons tops, I reckon. We're going to have a brand new team that's going to be fighting for Europe each and every season.
Jason, I have to agree with you, mate. I mean, this team's going to be so exciting. I mean, what do you think, Gordon? It's going to be so exciting, this team.
Yeah, I agree with what he said there. In the next couple of seasons, Newcastle will be fighting for Europe.
Let's hope it's a case. Let's hope it's a flipping case because you got our stadium, right, deserves European football all the way because our fans flipping deserve it. Yeah, simple.
We're just going to get the dead weight out, John.
What's that, G?
We have to get the dead weight out, the likes of the championship players.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Not then start planning.
Being proper players in, bring in top quality players, Not only these players been there for 5-6 seasons and cannot improve, People like Kieran Clark, right? Dwight Gale. I love Isaac Hayden, but I think he'd be gone in the summer, by the way, as well. I'm sorry to say that, but
Chris Wood.
Chris Wood. I don't think Chris Wood's going anywhere. I think he's a spot player, in my opinion, but still, we'll see. I personally think we're only bringing 5 new signings, try to finish in top 10 next season. Slowly build up the team within 3 seasons. Need to build slow, give time for players.
The reports are going on Fulham want Amaron.
Yeah, he's been linked to Napoli, Sevilla as well, and
Did you guys see what Grealish said about Miggy?
Oh,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, fan of that.
He's a greasy head bastard.
I could fry an egg on
That's all I can just say about him.
I mean, some of these players, right? I mean, people like Jack Grealish, he's such a talent, right? He's a good player. Don't get us wrong. The bottom line is, right? I ain't gonna lie. These players need to keep their mouths shut, and he should be one of them as well. That's disrespectful, unprofessional, and it is not on at all whatsoever.
The fact that it's been broadcasted and it is all over social media, don't you think the Premier League would step in? Oh, no, because they're a part of the Big Six, nothing's going to get done about it.
100%.
Well,
100%.
It's like just there, the Chelsea takeover. I mean, that's been approved by the Premier League. They're a week away from going on in administration. So that's been approved now. It's remarkable, isn't it? If it was in our shoes, would they have done the same thing? Or would they have just let us go into administration? Because I know exactly what I think they would have done.
Yeah, man.
Administration.
Well, Chelsea had to have somebody by the 31st, otherwise they were out of funds and they could have gone into administration. So,
yeah. I have to agree. I mean, it didn't take them long. Like you said, check us a couple of months. It took them 18 months. It took us first as well. They only care about the Big Six, this Premier League. That is it. Yeah. But they were going to have a Super League a couple of months ago. If that was Premier League hopping, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with the sport. So everyone, people watching, please smash the likes, people. Thank you so much indeed. And I really appreciate that, guys. Also, hit the subscribe button if you're new. Also, if you like to super chat or donate, then click on the $sign. Just give what you want. And if you'd like to become a member, it's 99p and just 99p a month. You get yourself into competition as well. 1 million a week in wages, 100 million signing on fee. PIF says, hold me pint, hold me beer. Ryan, kill Mbappé, my God. £1 million a week? My God, what do you mean?
He's getting 4 million a month.
That contract is just as bad as these Super League proposals because you know what's going to happen is players all across the world are going to look at that contract. They're going to look at ownership almost like us, like Man City, and they're going to like run down their contracts and finesse the living shit out of clubs just because Mbappe just did it now. And
so
it's disgraceful in my opinion. Like the amount of player power that guy has at PSG now, if it's true, and these reports, like he gets saying managers, sporting directors, what players come in. Like what the hell's that about, man? I do not want to see that at this club.
I think it was part of his deal now that Mbappé has a 50% stake in the club as well.
All that just to keep him away from Real Madrid, like
exactly. And you know what it is, Jan, right? I mean, he's got a major say. That's why Ronaldo got sacked. Yeah, he wants to bring in Luis Campos as well from Monaco as the sporting director. Yeah, so he's got a major say. Who's going to come in the club? He should be sacked.
John, I'm worried about this. Like, this is bigger than anything. Like, in a few years' time, this may affect us.
It is an absolute disgrace, and I'm sure Luca's got a lot to say about this as well. Big up, Luca, mate.
Big up, man. How are you, man?
I'm great, man. How are you? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good, man.
I know you got a lot to say about this and killing Mbappé, right? £1 million a week, 4 million a season, right? 52 million a season, and 100 million signing on fee as well. And what's your take on that, mate? Can you actually see now? You see it's going to happen, like Ryan said?
To be honest, right, I think it's just like why, like in Mbappe's career, why on earth, like you've gone and ruin your potential of Mbappé going to Real Madrid, and then Mbappé ends up signing a massive contract for PSG. Do you honestly feel like PSG have actually like persuaded him to stay? Like they say, you know what, give me what I want, and I might actually say, because the thing is, he's not going to win anything at PSG. Like he isn't going to win anything at PSG. And for me, I look at it like with Mbappé, go to Real Madrid. You're going to get into Real Madrid. Real Madrid are in a Champions League final. Go and win things. So for me, I'm looking at the picture and I'm thinking, right, him signing a massive contract for PSG, I think it's a joke in my opinion. Like, I can understand, yeah, he might care about the club and all that, but I wouldn't have done that. Honestly, I wouldn't have done that, because him getting that massive pay rise and that money, what's he going to achieve? He ain't going to win the Champions League. PSG, right, have got a good squad. But it looks like your dream of getting Mbappé in the next 5 years isn't going to happen. Because if Mbappe's getting a massive contract at PSG, say if he went to Newcastle in the next 5 years, Newcastle pay the money what he wants? I wouldn't think so.
No chance.
People could say all this stuff about Man City, like they have all kinds of money, but at least they have a structure. And then PSG just hand out this massive contract to a 23-year-old.
100%.
Give him all the player power. The guy's yet to win a Champions League or a Ballon d'Or or anything. Why the hell? Like, yeah, you could say Messi had that at Barcelona for a while too, but he's one of the greatest I've ever seen. He is. And I think he almost deserves that. Like, Mbappe doesn't have that yet. Now, this whole thing about Haaland and Mbappe, now it's in Haaland's favor now because he's gone to the better league.
Haaland, to be honest, is going to be like a really good player for Man City. And the thing is, like, some people might say he might actually flop. Like, he has a massive injury prone. I don't know. Apparently, he has a bad injury record or something. Like, he got injured for Borussia Dortmund this season. But I think Haaland, he's going to hit the ground running, in my opinion, because you've seen players from Germany come in, like Kai Havertz. He's been decent, but he's not really featured quite a lot recently. Timo Werner is not really been that great, and I think Haaland will hit the ground running. I don't know what you guys think, because will Haaland get the goals what he's delivered at Borussia Dortmund?
Yeah, you know what it is, right? Most strikers, though, Luca, haven't hit the ground running. Yeah, I mean, some of the top strikers have not hit the ground running in the Premier League, right? You've got Lukaku, yeah? Only scored, 10 goals this season? Haven't exactly hit the ground running, yeah? And there's others that's done it before. It has done it. You've got, like, Patrick Kluivert, who used to play for Newcastle, hasn't really hit the ground running, yeah? But I have to agree with you. I think Haaland
Aubameyang's probably the last one I could think of that.
Yeah, I agree.
Came from somewhere else and just hit it.
Dortmund. Yeah, the ground.
I mean, to be fair, John Kluivert's retired now, so he'd probably struggle if he was like the sign for anybody. I mean,
no. What I'm saying is, right? I mean, back then, I mean, we talk about over the years. Patrick Kluivert came to us. He was 27, 28, right? He didn't exactly hit it off, did he? Sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, but he only really had one season, though, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think he came at the wrong time for us. I think he came at the wrong time for us. I think he came. If he'd come a couple of years earlier, then things might have been different.
I still remember that little cheeky back kick goal that he did.
Yeah. If he came in 2001-2 season, play alongside Shearer, you would have won the flipping title. He would have won the title. No doubt about it. I mean, it's not there. Do you see Willock starting in the 11 next season? I think he probably will. Trivia does speak Portuguese or Spanish. I doubt he'd be talking to Lodi. More likely Bruno, who played with him at Paranese. That's a Brazilian club as well. And if I don't read the comments, I do apologise. Can't really see Eddie holding the cup. Real is back in Steve Bruce, back Ashley, saying he was a great owner. And we Newcastle fans or the Division wanted to be competitive.
That's what I mean, Johnny's backing Steve Bruce because he's a Man United legend.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I want to hear that, man?
Totally agree.
They don't want to say anything bad about their friends.
I don't. How can you live in a country for 2 years and speak any of the language? It should be flowing. I see what you mean. You should be aiming for the conference next year. Jules, you want to be a mod, mate? Just give us a yes or no, man, and then I'll get you in. Don't underestimate what's behind us here, but Ruben, there's no going back now, and that's in Ian. And Jesse speaks to West Ham. And let's have a look at this as well. I've got now coming in as well. How's now, mate? You okay?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
I'm great. Not for you bad. Yeah. We're going to talk about everything had tomorrow, so we're going to save that, by the way. I know you're here, but about Newcastle, right? How do you think we'll do next season from outside in? How do you think we'll do next season?
I think you'll challenge for like European places because you've got the players there, and you need to get rid of some of the like Deadwood, for example, like Jared Murphy. I know you said that you love Isaac Hayden, but I think he'll be away. And Matt Ritchie will be away. Guys like that, John.
Yeah, we need to get rid of the players who are not good enough in Newcastle, like Dyke Gale, Jacob Murphy, Isaac Hayden, which I love him, by the way, Kieran Clark, Jamal Lascelles. If Forrest goes up, they can have in Cardalo, Jamal Lewis to an extent, Manquillo as well. I mean, I'd get rid as well, but we need to get new faces at the club and to be serious as well. Chippers, what do you think? Do you think we're going to be able to get rid of these players next season, mate? The names I've mentioned, or do you think someone could say, "Hang on a minute, I'm not going nowhere. I'm happy where I am"?
Well, I think there'll be a case of there'll either be mutual terminations of the contracts, or there'll be mutual. There'll not be high fees. It'll just get rid of them. It'll be a case of you might see some say leave on a free transfer because just to get them off the wage group. It'll be a case of we agree to that. Just so that they can go. I suppose. I mean. I think Richie's only got 1 year left, so you'll not get much for him. I think Shelby's got another year left, I think, as well, too. But I think he'll keep him for another. I think he'll stay into that season. There'll be players like Lascelles and that who could be going to Forest get promoted. So I think they could take maybe Darlow as well. They could take. I mean, I would offer them Darlow, Lascelles, and Gale to get rid of them, just to get rid of them. I mean, things like that where. Even if a championship club comes in and says, "How much are you interested in the player?" We might just say, "Well, listen, you can have him," just to get him gone. So things like that will happen.
Yeah, absolutely. If they really care about the club, just move on. Just play your football elsewhere. Be a professional footballer, not the bench warmer. It's simple as that. We all know anything to do with Newcastle gets slated by the media, sports broadcasters, Premier League, and let's not forget the top six. Well. Everyone's watch your backs because we are coming. Pedro, you're absolutely on the money. It's also been said that Chelsea's takeover must be approved by Portugal because Roman holds a Portuguese passport. Don't know how true that is. It is true. He's got a Portuguese passport. Luca, Chelsea may be taking on it.
No, I think Chelsea with their takeover, right? Like we don't know what this takeover is going to be like. Like for me, like this new takeover Chelsea got, yes, about the whole Roman Abramovich situation and the whole sanction thing, what happened during the season. We all thought Chelsea could have gone bust and all that, but this new owner's come in, right? Is he going to be like Roman Abramovich? Because he's an American owner. We've got an American owner who doesn't care, and Manchester United have got the Glazers as well. But with the Chelsea owner, I genuinely think that Chelsea, I think they will spend, but I don't think they're not going to be ruthless as they were like Roman Abramovich. I feel like this, look, nobody knows what's this owner going to be like. He hasn't been here for long. I think he's only been here for a couple of weeks. So technically, nobody doesn't know what's going to happen. Like, because comparing to your owner now, this at Chelsea. Newcastle are ahead of the books. Newcastle should be ahead of Chelsea, in my opinion. I don't care what anyone says, but Newcastle.
I agree.
Season,
I think we'll be ahead of you soon.
Newcastle, yeah, of course they are. They're going to be ahead of us. Hence why
We were a couple of matches ago. What?
Biggest problem you guys, your fan base.
We ruined our top 4 hope. Actually, like we ruined ourselves.
Biggest problem you guys, your
actually
fan
won our
base.
game, so.
Fan base are a joke.
Oh, wow. I tell you what, you got to give it
We'll get you next
Arteta, by the way,
season.
Luca.
We'll
You
get you
got to
next
give it
season.
Arteta to
James
make it
Park.
happen.
Get him out signing first, mate.
You finally beat us. So technically next season will be a different story. When hopefully Arsenal sign Gabriel Jesus, couple of midfielders.
Mate,
Here's a bit of bad news.
Luca, I've got some bad news for you as well, by the way. I've got to see this, right? He used to be Chivas at your club. He's won a title with Milan. Olivier Giroud, he's played for you, won a title as well. So
He has.
I've got some even more bad news for you. You've just put in a 30 mil bid for Chris Wood.
No, you not only bought Chris Woodin because
And they've offered us Chiellini in part exchange. So
Why is Kieran Trippier in the England squad?
wow. I tell you what, though, Q&T.
That's a great question.
Go for it. Go for it now.
Why is Kieran Trippier in the England squad?
Why is he in the England squad?
Yeah, why is he? In
I think I know why. I know why, because he's versatile. He can play left and right back, and I think we're pretty short in the left back capacity, so he might play him at left back for a couple of games if needed.
Kieran Trippier is a bit old.
No,
Fair
he's
enough.
31,
To-
32, isn't he?
To be fair, how was Harry Maguire in the England squad? Considering he's had a
Exactly.
nervous
Exactly.
season.
There you go.
So Ben White as well. Ben White, he's awful, man. He's awful.
Why is Jordan Henderson not in the England squad?
Exactly.
Why is Maddison not in the England squad? It's ridiculous, man.
Why
Why
am
is
I
Dan?
not in the England squad?
Why is Chris Wood not on? He's New Zealand anyway.
Like Ollie Watkins not in the England squad and guys like that.
Yeah, man, 100%. Yeah, man.
100%. Here's the real question. Will one day pay people $1 million a week? We are literally 20 times richer than PSG. Ian, will you win something there to get in the Champions League the next 3 or 4 years? Then possibly. But until then, we're not in that position yet. Let's not sign DC or Tarkowski or get rid of Wood, Clark, Hayden, Lascelles, Richie, Gale, Amira, Murphy. Won't survive too long either, to be Jack. I love Miggy, but we'll see what happens with him. I don't blame Mbappé for signing that contract. If you're offered the financial package, you're taken in every day of the week. QSI should never have offered that deal. Wow. I tell you something, PSG need to win the Champions League within 3 years. I don't think he will. I want to visit Mbappé, still. Man City got a steal. UK Jack as well. I hope we never get to a point where we are prepared to pay that kind of wage. Given the owners' approach so far, I cannot see it happening. It won't happen. They will not be daft to pay that money. First wage should be capped, and then they might start playing for the badge rather than the paycheck. Pedro could not agree with you better. 100%. This is one for you, Luca, mate. Also, fans should be more concerned about bottling top 4 than Champions League news. He didn't want to hear that.
Mate, you lot actually, the game against Newcastle actually cost top 4, and I wasn't confident. Like, I was saying to John Sinclair a couple of weeks ago on the preview, I said, mate, I wasn't confident going into that game, and I felt like Newcastle, like you lot are just on good form at the moment. You lot are just like being really good. So for me, I wasn't confident going into that game, and I was like really nervous about that game, and we got beaten. We got slapped in that game. And for me, you lot deserve to win that game. And for me, like, yeah, we bottled top 4, but where are we going to be going as a club now? Because I can't see us getting Champions League. I can't see us getting Champions League football for a very long time, especially with Newcastle coming in now with the big boys. So,
I've seen some people bet that we'd finish above Arsenal next season.
I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly would not. I think you could finish top 6. At least 6.
Hope that's the case, Luca, because at the end of the day, I said it wrong. Our football club, all 62,000, right? The passion's there. We deserve European football, by the way. Can you imagine if Newcastle get European football? That'd be fantastic. It really would be for a club, the city as well. And I'll tell you what, these players going to come in. absolutely brilliant. And thanks for that, Jules. Yeah, if you send us a message after the show, Jules, right, and I'll just click on mate, get you a mod, mate. Andy Cole, 34 goals for Newcastle's Premier League scoring record, followed by Les Ferdinand and Anne Shearer, 25 each in a single season. In the Mike Ashley era, Denver Bar with 16 Premier League goals. Sums it up. That's what we need, a striker, big time. The club will be changed on all recognition in a few years. That's what I mean by not going back. We are going to be big business. That's from Ian. And Foxy's chatting to UK Jack. Remember when Leicester exited relegation and then went on to win the league that season? Never say never. Oh, that'd be tough. That'd be tough. Can you imagine?
That would be very tough.
What's that, mate?
That'd be very tough. But do you think Newcastle could do a Leicester?
Nah.
No.
Not when it's
League's too strong.
But how are you going to compete with Liverpool, Man City?
That's like 5 years' time. That's long term. Short term is to compete with you, Man United, and Spurs. Actually, I don't know about Spurs because they confirmed today that they're giving Antonio Conte like 130 million. So
I think our short-term goal is to compete with Leicester, Villa, Arsenal, Wolves. That's
Brighton.
it. They're our four, and Brighton. They're our competition because they're the teams that finished 6th. West Ham as well. They're the teams that finished like 6th to 10th. So that's our competition for next season. If we finish ahead of them, then we can start looking at the top 6.
Yeah. This is the thing, right? I mean, like, we're very ambitious as a team. I think Eddie Howe's going to take us all the way to the top 6. And if the season started in January, or when he took over, Ryan, you know this as well, we'd be 6 or 7, we'd be 6.
Not since January, but since the Brentford game, the form table says that we're 6th in the table. Give Eddie Howe that's match day 12. Give Eddie Howe those 11 games, I'm sure we'd probably finish 7th or 8th.
And that would be a flipping good season.
What would it take for you lot to actually finish next season?
6th, 7th.
Yeah.
I'd say top 10 in a cup run and get to cup semi-final or final.
Yeah,
I don't think top 10 is not really a good season for Newcastle. I think maybe at least top 6, top 8 is a better.
Well, when you've been used to relegation battles for the last 10 years, it bloody well is.
Just to finally have a season where we haven't got to worry about being in a relegation battle, that'd just be a success for me.
Yeah.
When you've been relegated for 2 of the last 14 years as well, that's another thing you've got to consider.
Exactly. 93 people watching this show live. Thank you very much indeed. I hope all you 93 people hit the like button, please, people, and also follow us socials as well. That'd be fantastic. Thank you so much indeed. Everyone's bad at Spurs, but Kudos horrific, so you can go for that defend for the second goal. I missed your comment, Ian, as well. Who cares? 1.7 billion investment. We've got hundreds of them. Absolutely. Big up to Mohammed, by the way. Big up to you, mate. You're missing the point, even though the Premier League agreed to Chelsea take over like they have. It must also be ratified in Portugal, so there are some stages to go. Very interesting. Not doing Man U are that'll be tomorrow night. That'll be tomorrow night with Macy. So check it out tomorrow. Me and Macy tomorrow. I'd love to get 8 to 9 90 people watching that tomorrow night as well. And tomorrow's UEFA Conference League finals, Roma Feyenoord. That'll be a good game. Ben Scheich got overburned, or Ben White. Respectful to Luca, by the way. Newcastle should sign left wingers in the summer. Also, Man U will sack their managers by Christmas. Chippers, what do you think of that?
Say that Arteta isn't going to go, mate. He's here for another 3 years. But
yay!
Not going to happen. Not going to go anytime soon.
Do you think he'll stay in those 3 years if it gets even worse?
Arteta sounds like a yes man, so I think he will.
He's just a better Steve Bruce.
I've got Arteta down to be the first manager to be favourite to get the sack next season.
The boot.
I think it'll be Silva, to be honest.
I tell you what, though. I'll tell you, he'll be sacked. I'll tell you, he'll be sacked next season if he's still there.
I think it'll be Frank Lampard.
I think it'll be Marco Silva.
Yeah, I think it'll be Silva too.
Can I say it?
It's just a shame. It's just a shame Watford got relegated because you would put odds on their manager to get sacked, wouldn't you?
2 games in sacked.
Every time.
They've got. Have you seen who they've appointed though? The manager, the Forest Green manager, who's just been promoted from League
Yeah,
Two. Is the
Oh, he's not laughing.
Kind of reminds me of when we brought in
Surely
Pardew
Watford
and he was
can't-
at like Southampton in League
Watford-
One, wasn't it?
Where do you think Watford are going to go in? League One next? League One?
They're going to do a Sunderland.
Yeah.
The Championship, look up, England League One.
I think Burnley will go down. I think Burnley have got a chance of doing a double relegation because their owners are just they took all the money out of the club and now they've got £60 million debts and then they're going to lose all the TV money and everything. So they're going to have to sell players. So they're in massive trouble.
Huge trouble. Huge. Right, stand but not in England squad because Gareth Southgate only picks lower players, and I'm afraid to say that he's good enough. Do you think he's good enough, Jason?
Yeah, but we all know for a fact all of our non-English players can get into their national teams, but when it comes to our English players, no one wants to watch a Newcastle game. No England manager wants to watch us or our players. They'd rather watch who our opponents are and look at their players. But I don't know why Pickford still gets into the team when he's been in a relegation battle. Why does he deserve to be in that when he's been letting in goals left, right, and centre?
Exactly. But he has played some good saves as well, by the way, to be fair. I mean, he's a one-man show against Chelsea, one-man show against Leicester.
John, one good game doesn't make you an England goalkeeper.
No, I know, you're right. I agree. For me, I would have put Aaron Ramsdale as goal as the number one keeper. He's been brilliant this season. Absolutely brilliant.
Ramsdale for me should be the England number one goalkeeper over Jordan.
I agree with that.
I agree with that 100%.
I agree with that as well.
100%.
If Southgate goes for Jordan Pickford, I'm sorry, but Southgate needs to be sacked, in my opinion.
Ramsdale deserves to be England number one for me.
He does. And Arsenal have actually finally got a number one goalkeeper that plays for England, so no one can complain about that.
I agree.
Since the days of Seaman.
I just said David Seaman though.
Kind of makes a mockery of when Southgate says I pick players on form when he quite clearly doesn't.
Exactly.
Why does he pick Harry Maguire for?
Exactly.
I just totally don't understand that. Him and Ben White, I just don't totally understand.
I don't get it at all. I mean, that's Gareth all the way through.
He goes for the names, he doesn't go for the form.
Exactly. That's the thing. I mean, I'm sure the FA must have told Southgate who to pick, but that's another time. It's hard to believe we are literally richer than the top 10 richest clubs in the world added together. Something right. Newcastle, like, okay. How school Arteta? Sorry, Luca. Look forward to the TW. Exactly. Big up to Cammy B. Nobody doing this. We'll see Paqueta in the Newcastle shirt. Again, Paqueta has been linked again, and it's only a matter of time before he comes to Newcastle. Let's be real. I'll go with you, Ryan.
Lucas Paqueta, that's the question?
Yeah. I'm sure he's going to come.
I have no idea, to be honest. It's just, I mean, we're linked with them in January. Was there anything strong about it? Not really. In my opinion, I think he turned us down, to be honest. That's why we went for Bruno. And then, like, it's just the easy way of just, let's go get a Paqueta. We'll go back for him. But like,
I think he'll be a quality signing for you. I genuinely think he will. I think he's talented. I think he looks a very good baller.
I'm not going to sit here and say, I know so much about him, because I haven't really seen him play. Maybe once for Brazil, but Brazil play against like the worst countries in CONCACAF.
Yes.
Anyone looks good. So
fair enough.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'd rather go get Luis Sinisterra from Feyenoord. I know he's a winner, but like that's my priority for him and a striker.
He plays outside left, doesn't he? He's a winger, but he's outside left, and he likes to play wide, and then he just comes in, doesn't he? He's so skillful, and he clever, very clever. To be honest, I'd be happy with a top 8 finish and a good cut run. Would be a good stepping stone, and whatever is next. Foxy, who's been our most underrated player of the season, the one that doesn't really get praise, and that's Shelby. Do you agree with that one? I agree with you with Shippers.
I don't think it's Shelby. I think the most underrated player that we've had this season has been Kraft since he's come in. I really do. I think everyone thought, oh, we've got him playing new and he's going to get rinsed, but he's proved a lot of it wrong, and I think he deserves more praise than what he's got. Strangely enough, I never thought I would see it but
yeah, I have to agree there. I mean, Emil Kraft has stepped up. He's definitely stepped up, and one of the unsung heroes in the team.
Him and Joe Linton have stepped up massive. Him and Joe Linton.
You're right. You're absolutely right, mate. I mean, if he carries on like he did next season, then we've obviously a player in him as well. Not a fan of the Bundesliga relegation playoffs, so I'm not really but that's the rules, mate. God of Hamburg didn't go up yesterday.
Why do they do a relegation playoff? Why can't they not do playoff like that in the Premier League, or do you think it's a bad idea?
I think it should. I think if you go like from the Ligue 1 and Bundesliga and as well, they just do it that way. And they did like a third place team in the second division play against a playoff team. I think it should be either 3 up, 3 down, or it should be like you said, like a playoff, like it is. The top 2 goes up, and the next 4 plays off to get that place. Simple as that.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? But it's different. Different leagues, it's different countries there.
Yeah,
mate,
I wouldn't have it in the Premier League. Because you've got the risk of just having all 20 teams constantly in the same league every single season.
Exactly. I'll tell you to get replaced after the World Cup by Brazil manager Tite. Get that bet on Tite to replace him. I wouldn't be surprised. Good manager as well. Really got Liverpool team with the league, worst fans growing. Dan Burn isn't in there as he needs to tell people to F off in their native languages as well. Andy Carroll's been released by West Brom.
Andy Carroll back to Newcastle.
No, too far.
I'll tell you what, I would have had Andy Carroll instead of Chris Wood the past few weeks, but like, I'm serious. Like, I think Hostel was better than Chris Wood too.
Carroll only left because he left us because of he didn't want to stay with Steve Bruce. And then Steve Bruce went to West Brom, and Carroll's like, sort of crying out loud, I'm leaving again.
Carroll actually has some ability on him. Like, he can actually trap a ball and stuff like that.
That's the thing. I've still got Andy because he's injury-free. He's got a lot to offer. So whoever goes to next, you've got to get yourself back in the Premier League, and Carroll's your man if you give him the right service, by the way. And Tog should have been ahead of Justin too. Justin is good, but hardly played.
Is Justin not a right back? That's right. I think he's a right back.
He can play anywhere.
He can play right back and left back. He's more full back. Can he not play centre back as well?
Not sure, mate.
Oh,
sure.
But why does James?
This is the thing. It doesn't pick Newcastle players apart from Kieran Trippier. Simple as that. It's ridiculous.
Because he can get medal for a manager, isn't he? Could be that, isn't it?
What's that now, mate?
I'm saying it could be because he can get medal for a player and manager, isn't he? Southgate.
But he picks Tim Mackems in the team.
Oh, right.
He does, doesn't he?
Oh, Henderson and Pickford.
Crazy. Pickford's in the best form currently. Had some great games near the end of the season. Ramsdale has been opposite lately. Distribution is shocking. Also, Luca.
Pickford is in the best form, yet he's been in the relegation battle.
He's just conceded 5 goals on the last game of the season.
How'd you work that one out?
No idea.
It's the same kind of thing that annoyed me. Yes, Ramsdale's done a good job when he's since going to Arsenal. I have no doubt about that. But he got called up when, for 2 seasons straight, he sent a team down.
Yeah, but Ramsdale recently hasn't.
Oh, against Newcastle, he's awful.
He was awful against us.
He was awful against Newcastle, but the trouble is, he has been conceding goals quite a lot recently. So, for me, I'm looking at it. I still think he's going to become a really good keeper, and that's why I said that's why he's in the England squad, and he is the better keeper he's better than Nick Pope. He's better than Jordan Pickford. So for me, Ramsdale has made mistakes recently, but I think most of it's lead up to the defence.
He's still, he's still young and he's still learning.
Yeah, he is.
That's the problem with
concede.
Arsenal.
Especially when keepers tend to peak around their late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
It'll get better and better. Aaron Ramsdale, I rate that keeper, by the way, I really do. And look, he needs to be playing for England. He's got to be in the World Cup, by the way. Let's put it that way. And big up to you, Ravi, as well. Realistically, who would you buy for the tune? Realistically, I'll buy Lodi, Paqueta. We definitely need a centre forward as well. Osman as well, but Napoli rating at 92 million quid. Are we going to pay that sort of money? I don't know. But
David Nunes.
He wants Champions League football, mate.
Yeah, he's
coming. Yeah, he's going to go. I think he'll go Man United or somewhere like that.
I think going to Atletico Madrid.
What does he want to do?
Martinez for me.
Vidal, yeah, he'll be a good signing. Anyone heard about Glenn McCoy at Corfson Pet to a waitress in London? Absolutely madness. Corden Pet, wow, joke. And Ian's on about fun financials again. Per fund include assets value 1 trillion. Billy, Smiley Crack Southgate, yeah, and trips in England squad. So at least one Newcastle is represented. Sure, he's not going to Milan. John like Botman. Who we talking about to Milan? Origi is definitely going to Milan.
Yeah, he's going to go to Milan.
Yeah, Origi's doing.
Yeah, that's a done deal, isn't it? They've upgraded it.
Yeah, come down. Yeah, love your videos, John. Thank you so much, Cam. I really appreciate that, mate. Thank you. This 150,000 wage thing has to stop, in my opinion. Yeah, they're on about the maximum they're going to pay. The maximum they're going to pay is 150k a week at Newcastle.
Oh, okay.
So
I seen Everton. They want to pay 120 million to Tarkowski.
Personal opinion, I think I'd rather them him go there. I don't really want him at the club.
First they go for Michael Keane, now him. I'll take that.
That's a lot.
It's the fact we've already had 2 Burnley flops. Why go for a third?
Exactly.
Correct. Jules, if you send a message on here, okay, just type in anything you want on there, and what I'll do, I'll just click on the mod button, and then you be me mod, mate. And Jules is one I can trust now as well, and a few others as well. Did nobody watch Bruno and Paqueta play together for Leon in the Champions League? They really are telepathic. They're weird to play together. They understand each other as well, so they work together. And let's hope that if they do come play together in the summer, cool, that'd be fantastic. German Grandland not happy about Hamburg losing the Bundesliga playoffs. I bet he's not. I mean, Hamburg should be in the Bundesliga. They're a massive club, by the way. Let's be real. That's for another day. Yeah, it's going to go around the table about the Newcastle ratings for the season. Chippers, give us a marks out of 10 for this season. I mean, I know you told us the other day, but say it again for a few ashes.
I'll say 5 because obviously the start of the season was absolutely diabolical. So it's a glass half full sort of season where we've had a good end of the season, but we've had a crap rubbish start. So that's why I'm saying 5.
Fair enough. Would Burnley be any good for Liverpool? Yes, RB would be brilliant for Liverpool. You can't blame one player for a team getting relegated. It's a team effort. And I want Liverpool to win the league until the fans boo the national anthem. Should Anderson be given a chance? Rachel, 100%, Pet. 100%. And I'll ask that question on Friday when he come on as well. 110%, yeah? Because ASM needs to be challenged, yeah? Let's be real, right? If he doesn't fix up, then Elliot Anderson should cover until ASM fix up, yeah? He needs competition. ASM haven't got no competition whatsoever, sort of thing. So, and
I'll definitely give him a chance.
100%. Play him in the cup game, see how he does, right? If he proves it, and I'm sure he will do, then put him in. So, Jason, marks out of 10 for the season for Newcastle.
Yeah, I'll probably go for maybe a 6. It's just down the middle again, but in the second half we really pushed on. So you can't really go high just because of one half of the season. If you're going throughout the entire season together, then you're looking at down the middle-ish. So I'll go for a 6 there.
6 out of 10. Fair enough. You got to go, haven't you, Sam? It's 5 to 8. Do you want to wait a bit? Or
I'll shoot. I'll shoot. I need some news.
Listen, thanks for coming on, mate. You take care, mate. Watch what you're doing.
Yes, I'm
man.
So that's Sam gone, and he's got to get prepared to go on Paul's channel. So fair enough, and it's great to see him on there. I should ask him for our socials anyway, but
it's channel 900 as always.
I'll leave it there. If you know any banter, it's great fun, even being on the receiving end. That's when Luca and now as well, they're always going to come. No, Rachel, he's played one in League Two, but the Prem's totally different class of football in his opinion. And I think at least half a season in the Championship. So Newcastle
going back to that though, in the FA Cup, Anderson actually did an amazing job against Arsenal. Even though we lost the game, he did an amazing job in that FA Cup match. He got like 3 minutes against Arsenal in the league match, and we never saw him again. We saw the potential that he had in that FA Cup match. So give him a chance. Give him pre-season. Let's see what he can actually do. The same with Kel Watts. We saw him play in pre-season, and then the moment the season starts, Bruce ships him off.
I'd like to know what's going on with Kel Watts too, actually.
Yeah. I mean, he got Wigan promoted, didn't he? Because Wigan won the league. So I honestly think that Kellen Watts should give him a chance as well if he does come back. Do you know what I mean? Don't want to be Project Youth. Sorry, Luca, Project Youth, but Eddie Howe knows what he's doing.
I don't like Project Youth. I feel Arsenal have missed quite a lot of experienced players. That's why it's one of the reasons why we didn't get top 4 this season.
Exactly. Getting rid of Aubameyang, not replaced him, or a few players who not replaced him, absolutely killed him. Absolutely killed Arteta. When you think,
why are you letting him go on a free? That's what I don't get.
I don't get it neither. So you've got to got some money for the guy, by the way.
Because Barca still not in debt.
They got a new Spotify sponsor, so I think it's clearing up their whole debt.
Yeah, they go after Christensen. They want Lewandowski as well. They want some few players in the summer. So, and we see what happens on that one because Barcelona are going to buy players, by the way. Newcastle haven't given up on Sven Botman, according to reports. Well, you know my feelings on Botman, by the way. We'll see. Write something. There you go, John. Thanks, Jules. I'll be looking at it in a bit. Never stop Ferguson playing the kids after a loan. Get Anderson in. He's had a great season, not just a decent season. I mean, PDK is saying different things, and Rachel said that he should be given a chance. Luca, do you trust Arteta to get you guys back in the top 4?
I don't trust this manager 1 second bit for us getting into the top 4 because I've said this all the time, and I said this last night on Richard's channel. I said it on other channels this week, and I'll say it again. Why does this manager have to sign a new deal, right? Where we weren't guaranteed to get Champions League football, right? Whereas he's gone and failed to get top 4 this season, right? The manager should be here, and to me, I don't trust this manager to get Champions League football. Are the ball going to give him another 150 million? Like we spent 150 million, right? And how dumb our football club has become, right? How can you bottle top 4 if you've gone and spent 150 million? If Man United spent 150 million, if Newcastle spent 150 million, if Chelsea spent 150 million, they will be where they want to be. Whereas us, it's Arteta and Edu, right? And also the board messed it up. Why would you spend 150 million and you've gone and bottled top 4? Now we're going to have to redo it again where other clubs like you and other clubs, Tottenham, Man United, how shit they've been, right? United could challenge for top 4. Spurs could challenge for top 4. Newcastle could challenge for top 6, top 8. The amount of teams are going to be strengthening this season. It could be one of those seasons where we could fall behind again.
Do you feel that Arteta doesn't have a clue what he's doing? Because when he comes out one week and says he'll be happy to finish 5th, and then the next week he says, I want to finish top 4.
I don't think he doesn't know what he's doing. And this is the problem. Like how can all these Arteta sexuals, right, actually think that Arteta is the right man for the job? Because for me, like, how our global fan base has become believing that Arteta is the right man for the job, right? He isn't the right man for the job. Because at the end of the day, right, we need an elite manager, right, or a realistic manager that's actually going to come in. Because the reason why gone into Arteta because he's gone and bottled top 4. We looked in the January transfer window. We needed a midfielder. We were chasing Dusan Vlahovic for 24 days out of the 31 days of the transfer window. He was never going to come because of how ambitious our football club is run. Our football club, right, we were told, right, from when we burned Highbury down from 2006, we were told to compete with Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, where we're not because we're competing. Our football club is run by money. It doesn't care. The Conkeys don't care. And we're not going to change in any solution until these owners are gone. And Arteta, right, for me, I think the job's too big for him. How long is this manager going to get at this football club? How long is he going to get?
Well, obviously,
it's like a new era now. You're gonna all the old great managers now are going to be struggling to find work because they want to bring new, fresh ideas into the clubs.
Just got a great comment from Rachel, by the way. I have to get off now, John. Great show, hello to everyone. See you on Friday, Rachel. So you'll be here for the first time, and she's come on my show. But thanks for coming on, Rachel. And you take care, mate. And got going 5 times. He'll be going soon anyway. So I'm going to wrap up the next time. It's just going to go for the player ratings. Not player ratings. The season ratings. What about you, Ryan?
I think I'd not just from like a points perspective and where we are, but performances as well mixed in. I'd probably give it a 7.
Okay, for match side in, for you, Luca, Newcastle, how many marks out of 10 would you give them? Give us.
What, for Arsenal?
Yeah, no, go for Newcastle and Arsenal.
For Newcastle,
based on the whole season.
Oh, for the whole season. Oh, okay. For Newcastle, I'd give 6 out of 10. For Arsenal, 5.
5.
5 out of 10. I just think I say on a quick thought is he's gone and bottled top 4.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. People didn't expect us to actually challenge for a top 4. I expected us to finish top 8 this season outside of Europe again. And how can you bottle it in the last 3 games going into that London derby where you're 4 points clear with 2 or 3 games to go? That's why I think it's been a very disappointing season. Yeah, there's been periods where the fans have actually got behind the club. And when we beat Chelsea and Man United and West Ham, I actually thought, wow, Arsenal could actually get top 4. They're that consistent. And they're actually doing well without the players, without the Tierney, without the Partey's and Tomiyasus. But I think January bited us. That's a disappointing season. And we bottled to get top 4. If we would have brought a couple of additions in, at least 2 players in, and get that midfielder, get that striker, I think we would have scraped top 4. And I would have been sitting here laughing at everyone. But fortunately, I can't. So technically, I think it's a 5, 6 out of 10 for me. I think it's a disappointing season towards the end of the season.
Fair enough. You're giving it 6 first and 5 for you. Niall, marks out of 10 for Newcastle and your team, Man United.
For Newcastle, I'm going to say a 7 because under Steve Bruce at the start of the season, I feared for you guys to potentially get relegated. If he was still here, I think Newcastle...
No problem, Luca. You take care, mate.
No, I've got to go now.
Mate. No problem. You take...
Thanks for having me on, man. And I'll catch you soon, yeah? Right.
Definitely.
Yeah, mate.
Take care, Luca. Thanks for coming, mate. Take care. Go on. So 7 for... Yeah? 7 for United and Man U.
If Steve Bruce was still the manager in Newcastle, I think you could have potentially get relegated or go down, but Eddie Howe coming in has really made a huge difference and you've climbed up to near the top half. And for Man U, I'd probably stay like a 2 or 3 because that squad is an absolute shambles and a joke and it needs a big clear out come the summer with Eric Ten Hag. He's got a huge job to do.
Yeah, fair enough. That's now for you. Gordon, we'll start with you. Marks out of 10 for Newcastle for the whole season.
The whole season?
Yeah.
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, if you
Just
give
at
it
the start of the
5
season, we were really poor. Then second half of the season were better, but the first half of the season were poor.
fair
That's
enough.
why I give him a 5.
That's fair enough. And Mason.
7. I'll give the season a 7. Just because for the first half of the season we were absolutely abysmal.
He's got fair enough. I've got to give myself 7 out of 10. I mean, what Eddie Howe's done, it's nothing short of remarkable. But if it was another time, I would have given it an 8 out of 10. But because of the first half of the season, which Spruce is damaged, I would course that one to make it a 7 out of 10. So look, it's been a strong finish to the season from bottom all the way up to 11th. He's done fantastic, and you know the players buying into him. I think playing cracking football, scoring goals.
To pick up 38 points as well, John.
Hey,
For Newcastle to pick up 39 points as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and not only that.
I like to change mine. I want to change mine to 7.
Think yours to 7. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair dues. And I got a comment from Lynn, by the way. Big up to Lynn, by the way, for the first time live. You can't compare Arsenal and Newcastle, in my humble opinion. Eddie Howe would not have gone to Newcastle if he had a limited amount of funds. He would have taken that job, but he continues as well. I mean, can't stand out, by the way. I'll come back to one. I think they were sticking Arteta as they're looking for long-term, like Arsene term, but he's nowhere near. Fair enough. Big up to Simon, by the way. And subtitles, I'm sorry. I think you're talking rubbish. I'm an Arsenal fan, but you narrowly missed Champions League. And over Spurs have Conte and Kane and Son, who have taken 2 points. The thing is, Lynn, you had 4 points. You had a game in hand, 4 points ahead of Tottenham, and you lost it because against Tottenham and Newcastle, by the way. But would you keep Arteta? Would you keep Arteta as your manager next season, though, Lynn? That's the thing. Or is he not big enough for the club? Pickford's to 10 in the last 10 games, where the games back teams, and Ramsdale 17 in 10, 14, fighting top 4. So definitely Pickford in better form. And a couple more comments we're going to wrap up. What
about Nick Pope?
Yeah, Nick Pope's done all right in a poor team. He's done all right for a poor team in Burnley. I mean, it's the back 4, and they're not winning enough games, not scoring enough goals. And not only that, when it really mattered, they didn't really show up. And that's the thing. So it is. Now you get away. Now you go now, mate.
Yeah, I'm going to get shut off. Thanks for having me on, and see you all later.
Problem. I'll see you tomorrow on the John Macy show, mate.
Thanks very much,
mate.
Thank you.
Take care. So, and more comments too. A couple more comments, and then we're going to call it a day. We have done something no teams ever done ever. Exactly. And that is to get out of the bottom 14 games. How crucial will a piece to be for Newcastle? That's Rabi, correct. These 2 looks and then getting destroyed by West Ham at home start of the season, and we're firming in the mud. That is, It looks like we're getting Henderson. That's from Ollie. And the last one, Eddie Howe should be manager of the season by default. No plan in the 7th for Eddie. And hope we keep target John.
Yeah, but Ian, you don't get what we were saying. We're saying for the entire season, not through just Eddie's part of the season. This is for the entire season with Bruce included as well. So that's why the performance gets a 7, a 5, 6, or 7. But if it was just based on Eddie Howe, then it's like a perfect 10.
Absolutely. And hope we keep targeting John, mate. Absolutely. That's what we do. Guys, I'm going to wrap up there because obviously I've got things to do, and I know people go on Paul's channel as well, which I think it'd be cool. Jason, where do you find you on your socials, mate?
Right there. Keeping it Toon YT on YouTube.
Yep.
Just take out the YT and put the at the start, and that's my Twitter handle. Go sub over to my channel. You'll find links to all my other socials in my videos, the description. So, that's where you find me.
Big up. Mason.
MFT639 on Instagram and on Facebook, and Twitter it's Mason Ford.
Cool. And Gordon.
Unfortunately, I haven't got one anything in the moment, but I'm planning on doing that for next season.
Cool. Fair enough. And you can find me on all socials. It's a link in the description as well. Just look at it as well, and just follow us on there as well. You got Twitch, you got Facebook, you got Insta, and got YouTube and Twitter as well. It's all down there. just check our suit. Big up to Lynn, by the way. I will keep Arteta next season. I'm humble. I'm very honest. I'm a Geordie by birth. From Newcastle, and she is a gooner. Could be wrong. Great show. Thanks a lot, Jules. Again, thank you for having me for being a mod as well. I'm saying that as well this season. It's been a good one overall. One might say one of the biggest seasons we've ever had. Next season's going to be huge, huge, huge. Become the world's richest club, for example. Big up to Davey again. Local show, John. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate that. Not a bad season from Ian. Guys, I'm going to wrap up there, but thanks so much for coming on. And again.
Thanks for having us on again.
No problems at all. Anytime. And I hope you have a good evening and whatever you decide to do. And I'll be back on the John and Macy show tomorrow. We're going to talk about.
I'll come on there, John, as well.
It's just me and Macy, mate.
All right.
So you can watch it as well, sort of thing. And also we're going to talk about a bit of Newcastle United, and we're going to talk about the Premier League round up as well, and how the season ended as well. But guys, thanks so much for having us on, and thanks for joining. And it's been fantastic, and I'll see you guys very soon. Watch what you're doing.
Cheers, John.
Bye.